How can I get people to start referring to me like a woman? As a man with a very feminine name, I see you, friend. Problem is, you can't make people do anything. I get mail all the time to a mess. Hot commission, prospective employers remarking how they thought I was a female applicant, or countless smirks, guffaws, and raised eyebrows from new acquaintances. I had someone laugh in my face when I introduced myself once back in high school. The older you get, the less significant it becomes. It's irritating, but I try to just own it. So you have a middle name you can use. I had a female friend named him, not kidding Gary, but her middle name was something more feminine. Dangly earrings and makeup can help. The earrings will especially pop with your short hair. This might be one of the only exceptions to the you shouldn't pick your own nickname rule. Perhaps there's a nickname you like that's more feminine sounding than your given name. Honestly, I'd just correct them. I'm a woman. I would try not to let it get to you. People can assume all they want, but they don't know shit. The suggestions I've seen are good. One option I haven't seen yet is when you introduce yourself, say something like your name. I know that's normally a male name, but insert anecdote about your name, like if there's some story about how you ended up with that name, you can tell them that. Maybe that doesn't appeal to you as a solution, but it sounds like you are surrounded by people who are oversensitive to gender identity, and this would immediately tip them off that despite your name and look, you are a woman. I wish you didn't feel the need to change your look, but I get at some point it becomes annoying. I'm a woman, my hair is just short and I have an ambiguous name. I know, weird right? Should fix that as soon as you introduce yourself. Big earrings. And they don't require any makeup skills. I find earrings much easier than eyeliner. I had my hair cut super short once. Earrings are the answer. Jewelry, especially dangly earrings. Painting your nails, heels, although it might be uncomfortable to wear them all day. Maybe show a little cleavage if you are comfortable with that. Skirts and dresses. Perfume. Makeup. If your hair is long enough, you could do some mini French braids to pull your hair back and clip it with a hair brooch in the back. Makeup can help. You could also lean into the hyperfemme euphoria aesthetic. If you have a buzz cut, maybe try fun wigs? Dress more feminine? More typical girly clothes for your culture. Sorry, don't know anything about you. I'm not a huge fan of the advice you're getting here. Change your dress, wear makeup, etc. It feels unhealthy to me to associate femininity with makeup, jewelry, or particular styles of clothing. If you want to do these things, fine, but I don't think you should feel any pressure to do them or think of them as integral signals of your womanhood. It seems like the easier issue to address is that you have a very masculine name. A nickname that unambiguously signals your sex seems like the lowest hanging fruit. Now, obviously, you shouldn't feel pressured to change your name either, but nicknames don't have to be a big deal. I have a very common first name, John, and when I am in large groups, I often give myself a nickname just to be easier to distinguish from other Johns. Oh, we've already got a John? Call me Jack then. Oh, we've got a Jack too? What if you call me Jay? Please always try to be your most comfortable self, whatever that truly is for you. That's the most important lesson all our lifetimes. You will see times change. The people you have to deal with will cycle through over and again. You will only become the best you if you don't try to make over them change heedy or fake your way through doubts. We all have moments in a lifetime that we need to float our way above. Times we may not be perceived or understood the way we want need to be. But be true to who you know are, and that will champion an honest and good life in the end. And smile. Even with short hair, you could wear cute hair bands to spruce it up. I agree with the dangling earrings idea too. Also bracelets and such too if you're into that sort of thing. Question: after correcting people, are they still misgendering you or they seem upset? I feel like if that is the case, they are just shitty people. But my guess is it will get better once your hair gets longer and you can always go by a nickname middle or just pick a name to go by. Lol. I know people that go by names that are not anything near what their government name is. You can't make anyone do anything. It's about your confidence. You don't need to change the way you look unless you want to. Correct them and move on. It's harder to do than say, but confidence will come. Fake it until you make it. Try finding the humor in it all. Once you can laugh at yourself, the comments of others don't matter. Both of my sons have long hair and gray, misgendered in school or in public regularly. They think it is hilarious to surprise people. It's like a game to them. I don't think focusing on how to make people refer to you as a woman specifically is the right mindset. Just be yourself and learn to be happy with that as a baseline, no matter how others perceive you. Happiness should first come from inside, not from external factors, and I understand it's hard, so I am not invalidating your feelings, just expressing my opinion. Okay, queer uncle reporting in over here. G-Day. In the queer community there are a lot of people whose identity might not match up exactly with how they are perceived as. This has been a thing for a long time, and as a result we've come up with a pretty nifty way of addressing exactly this problem. When you meet someone for the first time, when you introduce yourself, as well as your name, provide your pronouns. For example, I am one alternate, im share, or similar. Job done. It's really simple, helpful for everyone, and becoming ever more common to do so. For people who already know you and have been struggling, maybe something like, hey Frank, just FYI, I'm a woman, so prefer to be called Sheher Ino. Thanks. Also, this is a wonderful example how this protocol that I know some people mock can be so useful for people outside the queer world too. For everyone. I'm cisaf, and never mistaken for anything other than a bloke, but I do this when I meet new people. It's just a useful little tool. Good luck. Also apologies if this is something you have already considered before.